Welcome to Melbourne's Sandown Raceway for the halfway point in the Mini Challenge Championship. Jason Bargwanna, while the temperature has dropped dramatically from Townsville, the action on track just keeps getting hotter.
Well, absolutely, Brian. We saw an action-packed race in Queensland, the two-driver format. We're back to one driver here this weekend, but watch out for the slipstreaming here. Long straights, great action under braking. These cars are so good under brake, so it'll be on for young and old.
Well, there's no question that the drivers have been working hard this year, but some of them have still been managing to put on weight. The success ballast system means the better you go, the more weight you have to carry. This means Nathan Karate and Scott Bargwanna both have an extra 10 kilos, while Chris Alajajan has 15 kilos in his Mini. And Grant Denyer has stacked on 25 kilos, but that's nothing compared to his teammate.
It's part of the formula, you know. The idea is to bring the parity up and try and keep everybody the same. We'll just see how we go with the 50 kilos. Around a track like Sandown, I think it's going to hurt us a little bit because of the long straights and the tight corners, and you've got to accelerate the car and accelerate that mass all the time and then stop it at the other end of the straight. So it does hurt you in lap time, and you know, that's the idea. But eventually, you know, if we can just be consistent, we've got a good points lead now, and I'll take the points over the weight any day.
The monster crash on the streets of Townsville has kept plenty of teams busy with repair work in order to make it onto the grid at Sandown. John Modesta rode out one of the biggest crashes in Mini Challenge history. But even a meeting with the concrete wall can't keep the likeable Queenslander away.
It seems as though like they've got a good crumple zone, and the car has pulled up. The inside of the car didn't look too bad. It was more just the engine bay and front sort of strut and everything like that. So it's, yeah, it took a hard hit though. My wallet's taken a hard hit as well.
Scott Bargwanna also took a decent hit to the wallet in the Turn 1 incident.
Look, yeah, damage bill, mate, we haven't had time to add it up, but seriously, I'm not rushing that. But look, yeah, the important thing is we're back into it. You know, the rock car's ready to go again, and we're here to put on a good weekend.
This round, multiple Olympic gold medalist James Tompkins is swapping horsepower for horsepower, racing the Uberstar car as a guest of Mini Australia. And he's been keeping a keen eye on the series.
I'm certainly looking forward to it. I was saying to my wife when the news highlights came on from Townsville, I said, "Oh, Bridgie, that's yeah, that's the series I'm going to be racing in." So conversation dried up a little bit from that.
To some good news now, and Mini have announced they'll continue their support until the end of 2011.
I think what we see out there is parity, and I think that goes back to some form of grassroots motorsport, which everybody really loves and appreciates.
Fans sure have been enthused by the action of late.
Well, it's certainly exciting. There's been plenty of moments. Our parts business has certainly taken a turn for the better.
Further to that, pizza capers have also come on board to join in the fun.
I've just been so enthused by it. You know, the guys are fantastic. The cars are unbelievable. Yeah, you know, it's great exposure for our brand, yeah.
Getting set for race 1 at Sandown, and it's Nathan Karate from the outside of the grid.
The Sandown Raceway surface was still slippery from overnight rain when the cars got underway early Saturday morning for race 1.
Oh, contact between the two Deco Rub cars as they're spinning. Oh, and Karate's off as well.
Oh, madness at turn 1. BJ Cook goes around as well.
Yeah, cold tyres there, and that's what's really caught these guys out. A bit of contact with the Deco Rub guys as well.
That opened up the field, and some drivers were keen to close the gap as quickly as possible.
Scotty Bargwanna out in front.
Oh, Chris Alajajan backwards at turn 6.
That is a massive accident, Aaron.
That is huge contact with Jeff Emery at the fastest part of the circuit.
Oh,
airborne backwards, and car 9 went upside down and became car 6.
Oh. That brought an abrupt end to the race. But the unfortunate incident was a blessing in disguise for the drivers involved in the Turn 1 incident.
For me it was, yeah. I copped a tap from a teammate and turned me around. In fact, I got 3 taps from a teammate going into Turn 1. I noticed that Karate was having a bit of a lose, and these things on cold tyres are lethal. So I think Stokell thought we were going to be going a hell of a lot deeper, but I'm quite happy that race was red flagged, you know, providing, of course, that Alajajan's okay, which he seems to be.
It was a painful experience. I don't wish it upon anyone. Got tagged and, you know, ended up leaving the circuit. You're travelling 200 kilometres plus into the sweeper there, the fast sweeper, which is turn 6. So you're probably carrying 200 kilometres plus, and when I got spun round, probably went onto the grass and went a bit faster because it was a bit slippery and misty. So it wasn't something you want, and not happy about it. Just trying to laugh it away, but upsetting, very upsetting.
In race 2, there was a nervous tension in the air as drivers again had to tackle a slippery surface.
Corradi grabs the lead at turn 1, but again there's problems. Brendan Cook has a spin.
Stokel was putting pressure on his teammate early.
You can just see there, Aaron, that 50 kilos Stokel's carrying. It just starts to lose touch as you come off the acceleration of turn 4. The two Deco Road cars look fantastic running at the back straight together. Big weekend for those guys.
Townsville survivor John Modesta was wary of being tagged again.
Andrew Fisher out of the ute and into the Mini, and Modesta made it easy.
Yeah, I think his wallet was thinking for him there. There's no doubt he made that easy.
And he had good right to be cautious, as Fisher was still coming to grips with the car.
On board with John Modesta here in a car that is not his. It's not the repair car. Andrew Fisher.
Oh, Andrew Fisher out in the dirt. Doesn't take much. It's his first driving one of these little Minis, so to actually respond to that and catch that was a very good job. These cars, they're highly sprung, good grip, they respond to the curbs quite violently.
James Tompkins in the Pizza Capers Uber Star car was quickly up to speed.
Tompkins closing in here, two-time winner of the Celebrity Challenge at the Australian Grand Prix. I don't know how he fits in this thing.
You should have seen him shoehorn him into the car. It was quite impressive. He stands up and it comes to about his waist, so he's doing a great job out there. He's chasing these guys, putting a lot of pressure on some experienced race car drivers, and really this is his first proper race.
Fisher was not happy to just sit back and play teacher.
Right inside, right up under the rear bumper bar of Modesta's car. He's going to get the toe, see if he can pull out. I don't think that's going to be close enough for him. So obviously as they come, oh no, he's going down the inside. Oh.
Makes a move at turn 6. James Tompkins closing on in as well. But Fisher, that wasn't like a ute move. He didn't touch him.
He didn't touch him at all. So maybe he's going to enjoy this bit of racing. But that's twice he's pulled that same manoeuvre off in one race.
But it was Nathan Corradi's race from start to finish.
The Western Australian started from the front row of the grid, but has kicked clear in this one.
Absolutely. He's just kept that rhythm going, got out in front. He can see the checkered flag now.
10 kilograms of success ballast will not slow Corradi down. He takes race 2 at Sandown. And the championship challengers, Denyer and Stokel, 2nd and 3rd. John Magro on debut. He finishes in. Back at Sandown with round 4 of the Mini Challenge, and this is the 3rd and final race. It's the feature race, and the grid is the results of race 2.
Absolutely, and you can see the guys warming the tyres up there as we go down to Grant Sherrin, David Stibble, Brendan Cook and Andrew Fisher rounds out the top 10. But what they've done for this race is they've allowed them a second warm-up lap to get that rear tyre temperature up. It's so important on these cold days.
Of course, these cars are front-wheel drive. Nathan Corradi on pole, Grant Denyer alongside with Paul Stokel and Scott Bargwanna making a great jump.
Denyer's missed the jump there. He's just got away too slow, but Scott Bargwanna's got right up in the action. As you can see, they've educated themselves, these guys. Now around the outside.
Oh,
Stokel! He's trying to take to the green stuff as well. So looks like Scott Bargwanna's up into 2nd in the Rock Energy Drinks Mini.
In car with Grant Denyer, the championship combatants are getting it on up the front, but down the back, Tony Bates, the Fujitsu V8 Series driver, joining in this weekend in Mini Challenge. He actually missed the last race because the transfer time from the Fujitsu V8 to the Mini wasn't quick enough, so he wasn't allowed into the race.
And as you can see here, Grant Denyer got the toe off Scott Bargwanna up the back straight. It's so critical to get a run onto the straight. He's just got up the inside there.
Turn 6. It's a brave piece of bitumen. And Denyer's through now. He has to chase down Nathan Corradi.
Whilst they don't sound very fast, these Minis, they've got that sort of normal road car sound. They are flying around this circuit. They're doing roughly 1 minute 24 second lap times, which is very impressive from a little 1.6 turbo engine car. Up over the curb.